Bill Belichick is a great football coach, a Super Bowl winning football coach, but he has a losing game plan. He created LLCs that lacked privacy. Let me explain. In case you haven't been following the story, Belichick is a former NFL football coach and the new University of North Carolina football coach. He's been the center of attention because of his romantic relationship with Jordan Hudson. Belichick, who's 73 years old, has raised eyebrows by dating Hudson for the last 2 years because she's only 24 years old. Now, Belichick recently released a new book titled The Art of Winning: Lessons from My Life in Football. On April 27th of this year, he met with CBS Sunday Morning for an interview to promote his book. During the interview, Belichick was asked how he and Hudson had met. But Hudson cut off that question stating, quote, "We're not talking about this," end quote. Since that interview, the media has placed Hudson and Belichick under a microscope, searching for any details into their relationship. Now, Belichick has attempted to downplay Hudson's involvement in his affairs. The Washington Post broke news that Hudson, in fact, is actually the manager of several companies with alleged ties to Belichick. It's not just the Washington Post either. The New Yorker has similarly run with the story, as well as other media outlets. Now, the question becomes, how did the Washington Post figure out that Hudson is the manager of these entities? Well, Massachusetts is where they chose to form their LLC, and Massachusetts does not have any privacy. Looking at Chapel Bill LLC, you clearly see Jordan Hudson, as well as her personal address there, listed as manager. Similarly, with All BB Team LLC, and again with Coach Show LLC. Now, you may wonder, how in the world did they figure out Bill Belichick is tied to these companies? Well, unfortunately, when they created Coach Show LLC, for example, Bill Belichick was listed in the original documentation. And that's the problem, is that they form the LLCs improperly from the get-go. Once you've disclosed ownership, it's very difficult to hide ownership. That's the bigger issue, in my opinion. Sadly, all of this could have been avoided if Belichick and Hudson had created their LLCs with privacy in mind. Now, keeping your assets from public disclosure is, of course, critical to asset protection. It can help you avoid from being sued in the first place. But there's other benefits to privacy, too. Celebrities like Belichick and Hudson would avoid the additional questions and scrutiny from evidence that is surfaced on publicly available documents. Lottery winners and other wealthy individuals don't want friends and family to know how wealthy they are or what assets they own. Professionals, such as psychiatrists, actually fear that their patients may learn where they actually live. It becomes a safety issue. It isn't just professionals that have this concern as well. I recently met with a client who's concerned about her abusive ex-spouse figuring out where she lives. So as she buys her new residence, privacy is paramount to make sure he can't find her. Now, to summarize, you just don't show up at the Super Bowl and expect to win.